So if you're newer to yoga, this is a great class for you. If you just want to take a chill class, this is also great. We will get started here. I would allow for about an hour. We'll probably do about 40 minutes, 45 minutes of yoga flow and stuff like that. So get started on your back today. And if you need anything, you don't really need much in general for the classes I teach. If you have blocks or books or pillows, anything sturdy, an ice bucket can be a good tool just to give you a little more balance. Or if you can't reach all the way to the floor in a standing forward fold, just to place your hands on there to support your lower back and to help with hamstring stretch. So block, book, a pillow, ice bucket, a chair, anything really. All right, so let's get started on our backs. And my name is Leah. For those of you who I don't know, welcome. So just start with your knees bent, feet planted on the floor. And if it's comfortable, keep your feet wide on the mat and let your knees fall inward. If it's not comfortable to have your knees fall in, just keep them wide. And place your hands on your belly, maybe one hand on belly, one hand on chest. And see if you can breathe more deeply into your belly. So feeling the movement rise and fall. And as you breathe, so each subsequent breath, see if you can find more space. So you're starting to breathe into your belly, but can you also expand your ribs out to the sides and forward and backward? And if your allergies aren't too bad, can you breathe in and out of your nose? Take a few more breaths here. Full inhales, belly rises first, and then the ribs expand. And full exhales, letting go of anything kind of stuck in your chest or belly. Then from here, move your feet underneath your knees and bring them relatively close to your hips. You're going to press into your feet and lift your hips all the way up, engaging your butt. And then as you exhale, just bring your hips right back down to the floor. So we're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift your hips up, engage your butt, and then exhale, release your hips back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, come back down. 1 more time, bridge pose. Lift. And then slowly release. Awesome. We're going to add some arms. So as you inhale, lift your hips, reach your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, release and bring your hands back down. So 3 more times again. Really use your glutes as you come up, arms up, and then release your hands and your hips. 2 more times. Inhale, press through your heels, engage your butt, arms lift, and then exhale, release. Last time. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, release. Really nice. All right, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then let your knees fall to the right and stay there. Arms to a T. And just for a moment here, place your left hand on top of your left hip and gently press your left hip away from your face. And then release, nice and easy over to the other side, twisting. And once you've settled in, bring your right hand to your hip and gently press your right hip away from your face. And then coming back to center, bring your knees to your chest nice and wide and just rock side to side, slowly drawing your knees in and then away. So kind of creating space and movement in the hip flexor and the hip joint. Sorry, my nose is stuffy, I have allergies. All right, from here you're gonna rock and roll a little bit onto one side and make your way up to a seated position. You can sit on a pillow, you can sit on your heels, you can cross your legs, whatever makes you happy. You're going to inhale, reach your hands all the way up. You're going to grab your left wrist and reach over to the right, maybe look down. Inhale, come back up, switch your hands, exhale to the other side. 2 more times each side. So inhale up, switch your hands, and just lean over. Inhale, back up, switch hands, and lean. Trying to breathe into the belly as you inhale, and as you exhale, just letting go of any tightness. Inhale, and the last time, exhale. Good, inhale, come back up. As you exhale, bring your right hand down. Again, block, ice bucket, whatever makes you happy. Can be helpful if it's too deep to bring your hand to the floor. And then reach your left hand overhead. Try to breathe more deeply into your left ribs this time. And then coming back up as you inhale, other side, left hand down, right hand over. And throughout practice, really any of the poses, you can always add movement, kind of shake out your head or roll out your wrist. Or if it doesn't feel good, don't do it, just come out of it. Inhale, back up to center. And you're gonna bring your hands behind your back. Let me turn just so you can see. Interlacing your fingers, draw your shoulders back, shoulder blades down, and then lift your chest. Maybe look up. Big breath here. And then as you exhale, simply fold over your legs. Walk your hands back underneath you. If your legs are crossed, switch the cross of your legs right now. If they're not, just stay where you are. This time, reach your hands all the way up. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to twist with open arms to the right. So take a moment here, stay here, and try to open your chest even more, drawing your right shoulder back. And then coming back, inhale, exhale, twist to the left. The same idea, try to open your chest all the way behind you, feeling your upper back engage. Inhale, back to center. This time as you exhale, bring your hands down and twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist, hands down. Inhale, reach. One more time. You're going to interlace your hands behind your back. Open your chest, draw your knuckles toward the floor, and lift. And then slowly release and forward fold over your legs. Gently come back up. Now we're going to go to a tabletop position. So again, you can stay where you are, facing the direction you're facing rather. Hands underneath shoulders, hips above knees, knees underneath hips. And as you inhale, think of a cow, think udders. You're going to drop your belly down, tailbone up, chest forward. And then as you exhale, come into cat pose, think Halloween cat, rounding your spine. And then inhale into cow pose. And if this is newer for you, just take some time to explore movement in your spine. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as it feels good. So inhaling cow pose, exhaling cat pose. Just take a few more moments, moving your spine. And if it feels good, you can rotate your wrists, your hands about 90 degrees as you move through cat and cow. And if you want a little bit more, you can always rotate your wrists all the way around, so fingertips face your knees. If that's too much, don't do it. And one more breath. And then release, shake it up. Inhale, extend your right foot behind you, toes on the ground. You're going to press through your heels, stretching out your calf. So your hands are pushing into the ground. You can even start to round your spine. And just a little extra challenge, if you want, you can lift your left knee off the ground. Just hover here for a moment. Again, everything I say is a suggestion, by the way, especially virtually. So feel free to do whatever you want, whatever feels good for you. And just slowly release. Bring your right knee back down. Extend your left foot behind you, toes on the ground. Press through your heels, stretching out your calf. And again, you can just stay here. This is wonderful. If you want a little bit more challenge, you slowly lift your right knee off of the ground and hover. Keep trying to find those belly breaths. And then gently release. We're going to extend the right foot back again, but this time in the air. So pressing through your heel, try to straighten your knee, and then lift using your butt. Reach your left hand forward. As you inhale, lift a little bit higher. And as you exhale, bring elbow and knee together. Gently press the thigh into the elbow and the elbow into the thigh. And then inhale, extend. Exhale, again, thigh and elbow press. Inhale, extend. Exhale, press. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, press. Inhale, extend. Slowly release just your hand. You're going to kickstand your left shin and open up into this little balance. So your right leg is lifted, right hand is lifted. See if you can lift through your hip a little bit more, so lifting your leg a little bit higher. And then again, stay here for 3 breaths, or only if it feels good, bend your knee, draw your knee back, draw your hip forward. Maybe grab foot, and then open your chest. Again, only what feels good. You never need to do everything I say, obviously. Inhale back, and then slowly release everything back to center tabletop. 1 round of cat and cow, so inhaling, drop the belly, tailbone high, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Coming back to center, you're going to extend your left foot back behind you, this time lifting your leg into the air. Press your heel back, straighten your top knee, and try to engage your butt, your left butt. Reach your right hand forward. Find balance. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow and thigh. Press into each other to wake up your core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. And then last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Inhale, extend. Again, just your hand returns to the floor. You're going to open up your hips. So you can kickstand your right shin, stack your hips, reach your left hand high. Really waking up the side of the butt, glute medius, glute minimus. You're going to lift your leg a little bit more. You can stay here for 3 breaths or bend your knee. Draw your knee back, your hip forward. And then if it feels good, grab your foot, open your chest. Inhale, slowly release. Exhale, come back to a tabletop position. And 1 more time, cow-cat. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, belly up. Then come to neutral spine. We're going to do 1 more little thing here. You're going to extend your right foot back behind you into the air and just take your time. It's likely that we will all fall out of this pose, and that is great. You're going to walk your right fingers forward. Keep your right hip down. It's going to want to do this and open, so just keep it down. Slowly lift your right hand into the air. So same side, right foot, right hand. Again, notice that hip if it's trying to lift. If you fall, come right back into it. For 3, for 2, and then release. Good. Other side. So you're going to extend your left foot back, lift it into the air, walk your left fingertips forward. Slowly find balance. Keep the left hip down. And notice which side is a little easier, which side is a little harder. Breathe. For 3, for 2, and release. Good. Child's pose. Bring your knees wide, big toes touching. Walk your hands forward. And again, feel free to rock side to side, roll out the top of your head. And if this is ever too deep or painful on the knees, you can always be a little higher up and then come into this child's pose. So that's always an option. From here, let's walk our hands to the right, placing your left hand on top of your right hand. And then get really heavy in your left hip. Breathing into your left ribs. Slowly walk your hands over to the left, placing your right hand on top of your left. Heavy that right hip down. Slowly come back to center. And we're gonna make our way to downward dog. So if downward dog's ever too much, you can take tabletop instead or child's pose. So downward dog, you're gonna curl your toes under, lift your hips high, and make a V shape with your body. Feel free to pedal out your feet. And then slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat or to your space, wherever you are. Hanging heavy here, bend your knees, grab opposite elbows, and gently sway side to side. But this is where some books or a block or a chair would be handy. You're going to place your, let's start with your left hand down, right hand reaches high, bend your left knee. Just a little twist. Big inhale. As you exhale, release. Right hand down, bend your right knee, reach your left hand high. Big inhale. And then slowly release both hands down. You're gonna come up halfway, hands on your shins, as if you could pull up your shin skin, draw your chest forward. And then slowly release, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, and then palms to chest. Good job. All right, inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Knees can always be bent or straight, whatever's comfortable. Halfway lift, so hands on shins, press your chest forward, look straight down, and then forward fold. Bring the weight to your heels. Inhale, arms reach all the way up, and then palms to chest. We're gonna do that one more time, a little half sun salutation. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands on the shins, press your chest forward, fold again as you exhale. Heels, weight is in your heels as you reach up, inhale, arms to chest. Good, inhale, arms reach high. We're gonna add on, exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, again, press your chest forward. As you exhale, this time stay here. You're gonna step your left foot back behind you into a lunge position. Bring your knee to the floor and just move a little bit at first. So getting into the hip joint. And we'll take a twist. So left hand on the ground or a block or book. Reach your right hand for the sky. If it feels good, you can add movement anywhere, any pose. Rolling out your shoulder or your wrist. Big inhale, and then as you exhale, release your hands down. You're gonna twist the other way. So you're just gonna reach your left hand for the ceiling and press your right knee into your right arm. And slowly release both hands down. From here, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. Lengthen your spine, straighten out your back knee to whatever degree you can, and we're gonna twist here. So reach your right hand high. Big inhale. As you exhale, again, release, bringing your right hand to a block. It's gonna be super handy, especially in this position. And then you're gonna reach your left hand to the sky. Again, press your right knee into your right arm. Slowly release, stepping back to downward dog. Pedaling out the feet. Roll forward to a plank position. If this is too much, drop your knees down. From plank, inhale. As you exhale, try to keep a straight line and lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale into baby cobra. So you're gonna lift your hands off the ground and try to lift your chest as much as you can. And then slowly release. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting up, remove your hands. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, baby cobra. And then exhale, release. From here, curl your toes under, press to a child's pose. Slowly making your way back to downward dog. Nice V shape with the body. Inhale your right leg high. And then exhale, step your foot between your hands. You might grab your ankle, kind of inchworm it up. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, you can straighten out your front knee to whatever degree. Inhale, lengthen spine in a lunge position, so bending the front knee again. Exhale, you're going to straighten out that front knee. One more time. Inhale, bend the front knee, open your chest. Exhale, straighten the front knee. Slowly, as you inhale, you're going to step forward, both feet together. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, so hands on shins, engage your upper back, and then exhale, forward fold again. Inhale the arms all the way up, engaging your glutes as you come up, and then palms to chest. Good job. We're doing it again, other side. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Hands on shins, again, try to open your chest, engage your upper back, and then fold again. Stay here. This time, step your right foot back behind you, bringing your knee to the floor. Take a moment to move, rolling through the hip joint. And then we're going to twist. So right hand on block or the floor, left hand to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, placing your left hand to the outside of your foot, right hand to the sky. Press your left knee into your arm. You should feel that waking up your hip. Big breath here. And then slowly release. Good. All right, from here, curl your toes under, coming into that lunge position. Take a moment to kind of straighten out that knee to whatever degree. Feel a nice stretch in your hip. And I'm going to do the same thing. So right hand, again, a little handy to have a block for this one. And then rotate your chest, reaching your left hand high. And then the other side. So bringing your left hand to the outside of your foot, right hand to the sky. Press your knee into your arm, waking up the side of your hip. And then slowly release both hands down. Again, blocks or hooks are super handy. You're going to inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, straighten that front knee to whatever degree is comfortable. Inhale, bend your knee, lunge, open your heart. Exhale, straighten your front knee. One more time, inhale, lunge. And exhale, hamstring stretch. Inhale, coming back to your lunge position. You're going to slowly shift into a little bit of a standing split. So just lifting your back leg into the air, and both feet together. Shake it off. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. From here, plant your hands. Just step back to a plank position. Inhale, push the floor away from you, and then slowly lower all the way to your belly. This time we're going to go into cobra. So as you inhale, you're going to lift. Use your back muscles, so like baby cobra, right? You're engaging. And then you can use your hands to pull your chest forward and lift a little higher. So just hang out here for a breath. Engaging your butt is going to help. And then slowly release. Then press back, child's pose. Slowly make your way to downward dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then back foot meets front foot, fold. Halfway lift, draw your chest forward. This time, stay here. Bring your hands to your waist as you exhale. Inhale, shift the weight to your heels, engage your butt, and come all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms reach. Stay here, exhale, palms to chest. I'm just gonna turn to face you so you can see what I'm doing. Inhale, reach your hands high. You're gonna grab your left wrist with your right hand. Let your hips lean to the left. And if it's comfortable, you can rotate, and then rotate open, and rotate closed. And slowly come back up, switch hands, leaning over to the other side. Same idea, you can just settle in here, you can rotate, noticing how that changes the stretch. And then inhale, come all the way back up. As you exhale, again, I'm gonna turn so you can see, you're gonna cactus your elbows, and just try to open your chest to the ceiling. And then inhale, come up. Bring your hands in front of you, round your back, chin to chest. You can even bend your knees, try to tuck your pelvis. And then inhale, come back up. We're gonna do that one more time. So cactus the elbows, try to lift your upper back. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring your hands in front, round your spine, tuck your pelvis, chin is tucked. And then inhale, come back up, and release. Shake it up. Awesome. All right, from here, we're gonna take tree pose. So you're gonna bring the weight onto your right foot, left toe on the ground. Option one, you can stay here. Next option, foot at your calf. Next option, foot at your upper inner thigh. So I always encourage people to see where their own strength can take them. So can you bring your foot up without using your hands? Or you need your hands at the last moment, just to get that last little bit above your knee. You don't want to be on your knee. You don't want to push your knee that way. No good on that joint. So above or below the knee is great. And any height is great. Whatever you feel challenged and balanced. All right, so you're gonna take a second. You don't use a wall if you're falling over. Or a friend, you can push them over. Find an unmoving point to focus on. With your eyes, steady gaze. Hands can stay right here. Again, we're pushing your friend over. Or you can start to reach your hands high. Maybe look up. If you're very balanced, feel free to close your eyes. And I know some teachers say that as like a joke, but if you think about it, blind people can balance. So we have the capability to close our eyes and balance. And our bodies can grow and challenge and change. So play with it. If you fall, no one can see you. All right, slowly release your hands back down. Gently release your foot back to the floor. And we'll do the other side, shake it off. So bring the weight to your left foot. Again, toes on the floor is option one. Hand on the wall is going to be extra supportive. Foot at your calf. Or again, see how far you can go with your own strength. And then maybe you just use your hand at the last minute to bring your foot up. Oops. Find balance. You'll notice one side's usually more balanced than the other. And then once you're balanced, your steady gaze is going strong, reach your hands high. Maybe look up, maybe close your eyes on this side as well. And if you fall out of it, just come right back into it. A lot of times, if you practice regularly, you'll notice things like what you ate the day before, how much coffee you had, how much sleep you didn't get, how much wine you had. Those things all affect your balance the next day, whether you are on an airplane. All right, slowly bring your hands back to center and gently release your foot back to the floor. So we're gonna do one more standing balance right here. So you're gonna again bring the weight to your right foot, hug your left knee into your chest, and find balance for a second. And then you're gonna cross your ankle above your knee on your thigh. So you're in like a figure four. And then slowly sit your hips back as if there's like a chair. It's a little too far away, a little too small. So you're really reaching back with your hips, arms to your chest. Flex that top foot to keep the knee in a more supported position. Just take your time easing into the hip stretch. And then again, slowly come up. See if you can stay balanced. Bring your knee up with you. And then slowly release. Good job. Other side. Bring the weight to your left foot. Hug your right knee into your chest. And then you're just going to cross your ankle above your knee on your thigh. So you're going to slowly figure four shape. And then gently sit back. A little too far away. That chair. You got to reach back with your tailbone. Again, you'll notice one side is usually looser, more open than the other. Try to flex your top foot to stabilize your knee. Breathing deeply, steady gaze. And then gently, nice and slow, keep your foot lifted if you can. Bring knee into chest, and then slowly release. Awesome. All right, we're gonna come back to the top of our mat, inhaling the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Stay here. You're gonna inhale, step your left foot back behind you, and come into a high lunge. So arms reach up. We'll meet here, take your time. So feel free to get balanced and wall. If you're really wobbly, bring your feet more away from the center of the mat. So stagger your feet a little bit more. Take another big inhale here. As you exhale, cactus your elbows, lift your chest, and then reach high. We're gonna twist open arms to the right. 2 more times, you're gonna inhale back to center. Exhale, cactus the elbows, lift the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open arm twist. 1 more time. Inhale back to center. Cactus the elbows. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Awesome. Inhale back to center. And then warrior 2. So you're gonna get my butt, sorry about that. You're gonna turn your back foot so that the outer edge of your foot is parallel with the outer edge of your mat or towel, or nothing if you're not using any of those things. You want perpendicular, like a 90-degree line, if your heel hit your back foot. And you can be heel to heel or heel to arch alignment in your feet, 90-degree bend in your front knee, arms to a T. Notice if your front knee is collapsing in, you want to engage your hip and press your knee toward the pinky side of your foot. So 1 more breath here, just get situated. And then flip your right palm, reach up and back, reversing your warrior. Inhale back, side angle, elbow to thigh. Reach your left hand high. Again, coming back to warrior 2, you're gonna straighten your front knee, turn your feet so that they're parallel. Sorry for the butt shot. You're gonna slowly forward fold. And if this is a lot for your hamstrings, again, a block or books or whatever is gonna be handy. You can even use a chair a little higher up. But slowly fold all the way down. Shake out your head, your neck. Move your jaw. And then really nice and easy, take it slow. You're gonna bend your left knee and just slowly lower your left hip down. And then switch sides over to the right, supporting the entire time with your hands. And then back over to the left. Think like crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Good. 1 more time over to the right. Coming back to center. You're gonna walk your hands to the front of your mat, framing your right foot. Slowly step back, downward dog. From here, bring your knees to the floor so that your hips are right over your knees. Keep your hips in this position, so try not to let them move forward or backward. Right over your knees, you're gonna walk your hands forward and gently melt your chest through. So this is puppy pose. Obviously you don't have to go this deep, you can just hang out right here, whatever's comfortable. And then slowly coming out of this position, walk your hands back underneath you. downward dog. And then slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, chest forward, inhale. Exhale, fold and stay. This time you're going to step your right foot back behind you, so you're in this lunge position, and gently come up into a high lunge. Take a second, find balance. Again, if you're really wobbly, bring your feet further away from the center line of the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, cactus your elbows, lift your upper back through your chest. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus the elbows, little back bend. Inhale, back to center. Open arm twist to the left. One more time. Inhale, cactus the elbows, exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Good job. Inhale, back to center. We're going to move into warrior two. So back foot turns so that you're in like this perpendicular position. If you drew a line from your front foot to your back foot, outer edge of back foot is parallel with back edge of mat. 90-degree bend in that front knee. And then notice again, if your knee collapses in, that's generally a little weakness in the outside of your hip. So press your knee out. You should feel the outside of your hip engage. From here, flip your palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Next, inhale, come back, warrior two. Bring your elbow to your thigh, reach toward the sky, side angle pose. A full breath here. Inhale, come back up, straighten your front knee, turn your feet to parallel, and again, we're gonna fold. So hands on a chair, a block, books, your pet. Hang heavy, shake out your head and neck, your jaw. And again, we're gonna do Skandasana, which is just our little crouching tiger, hidden dragon. So you're gonna bring your hips over to the right, and we're gonna stay. So hang out. You can always sit on a pillow or a block if it's a little too much. You can always stay higher up if you don't wanna go too low. But nice and easy, ease into it. Maybe you can bring your hands off the ground if it's appropriate for you. Lengthen your spine. One more breath here. And we're gonna go to the other side. So nice and easy, you can use your hands to support you, shifting all the way over to the other side, and settle into whatever height is appropriate on this side. It's gonna be different, and that's perfectly normal and fine. Just hang out here, breathing, lengthening your spine. One more breath. And then slowly use your hands to bring you back to center. Walk your hands to frame your front foot. You're gonna step back to downward dog. And then again, come to your knees and lower all the way down to Sphinx pose. So this is one of my favorites. It's also known as sleepover movie watching pose. Bringing elbows underneath your shoulders. You don't want your elbows too wide or you're gonna be really low. You want your elbows right underneath your shoulders. And then slowly look with your eyes first. Eyes look up and then head looks up. Eyes look down, head looks down. Eyes start to look back up and then over to the right. So eyes lead the way. And then eyes look to the left. Head follows. Eyes look up and all the way over to the right and down. Head follows. Eyes look up all the way over to the left and down. Head follows. So one more time, little half moons with your head, using your eyes to start the movement. Good, and then gently coming back to center, release all the way down. From here, reach your hands back behind you, and start to lift your chest off the ground. So this is half locust pose. Your butt should be engaged here, and then your upper back, your lower back, your middle back, shoulder blades, your lats. There's a lot of engagement here. You can stay here, or you can start to lift, thinking about lifting your thighs off the ground. You're gonna really feel that in your butt. So just take a couple of breaths to play around, lifting up in your locust pose, and then gently release, coming back down. Windshield wiper your knees and your legs. Bring your hands underneath you, child's pose. If you want, you can bring your knees together for a child's pose with a rounded spine, if that feels better. Otherwise, knees apart for more of a flat spine. Slowly coming back up to a tabletop position. And then from here, you're just gonna sit down, swing your legs out in front of you. And from here, you can have your knees bent or straight. I encourage bent for start. Scooch whatever you need to from underneath you. Inhale, reach high, and the purpose of this is to lengthen your spine, point your tailbone back, and then fold over your legs. So here, knees are bent, holding the outer edges of my feet, just folding over, a really nice restorative fold. If you want this to be deeper, more active hamstring stretch, you can start to straighten your knees to whatever degree is appropriate. If you notice that this is happening, that means that your lower back is stretching and not your hamstrings. So bend your knees, try to point your tailbone and butt behind you, and then go into your fold. So keeping that stretch more about the legs, less about your back. Take a few breaths here. Try to slow your heart rate. So maybe you can notice where you feel your heart rate. And then with each exhale, see if it can slow down just a little bit more. And then slowly coming all the way back up. You're gonna bend, I'm gonna turn so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna bend your knees, bring the bottoms of your feet together. And again, notice if you tend to fall back a lot, your lower back's really rounded or your knees are really high, then sit up on a block. And honestly, anyone can sit up on a block. It feels really nice. It helps to release the hips a little bit more quickly, a little bit more gently. So even if you're a more experienced yogi, this is a great opportunity to be super chill. So sitting up on height, pillow, block, book, soft book, and then slowly fold over your legs. So that you might recall this is like a butterfly stretch from back in the day. Bottoms of the feet are together, knees are open, and then you just nice and easy fold. Slowly walk your hands back up. Stay in this position. You can bring your left hand to a block or the floor and just reach your right hand up and over. Gently press your right hip toward the ground and kind of away from you. So you feel that stretch in your QL and your lower back, as well as the side of your body, your lats, your waist. And then gently coming back up, place your right hand down on the block or the floor. And then again, reaching your hand overhead to the right, try to draw your left hip down and away from you. Slowly coming back up. If you're on a block, you can remove it. We're gonna come all the way down to our backs. So nice and easy, just bring your knees into your chest, rock side to side. From here, you're gonna move your hips an inch to the left. Let your knees fall to the right, arms to a T. Your head can look anywhere that's most comfortable for you. Slowly come back to center and other side. So hips move an inch to the right, and then knees fall over to the left. Again, arms to a T. Gently come out of it, coming back to center. We're gonna take happy baby. So this is a classic. Think of a happy baby underneath, like, I don't know, something fun, like a mobile. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Arms are on the insides of your knees. And you're in this like funny little happy baby position. It's a great hip position, so you can press into your feet with your hands and get a hip stretch. You can also start to straighten one knee and the other, getting more of like a hamstring stretch, adductor, inner thigh stretch. You can just rock side to side. And then gently release. We're gonna make our way into Shavasana, or our final resting pose. So classic Shavasana, legs are straight, arms are by your sides, shoulders are snuggled underneath you. Shoulder blades are snuggled underneath you, I should say. So this is a great option. If you want a little bit more support for your lower back, especially if it's pinchy, just bend your knees, stay here. You can always separate your feet, knees together. And if you want, you can put pillows and blankets all over you, underneath you, whatever makes you feel grounded, safe, comfortable. Hands can be on belly, again, whatever makes it you feel secure and grounded. And then close your eyes or look up at the ceiling and relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Completely relax your calves and shins. Let your knees feel relaxed. Your thighs are heavy. Your hips released. Your entire pelvis is completely relaxed. Then feel your fingertips, your hands, your wrists let go. Your forearms and elbows completely heavy. Let go of your upper arms, your shoulders. And then taking a deep inhale, let go in the belly, the chest, the entire back. Feel the back of your neck and your throat let go. All the muscles in your face, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows, release. And your scalp, your thoughts, just let it go. Find a heaviness in your body. And we'll stay here for about a minute, and I will rouse you when that minute is over. So feel free to completely relax. Gently add some depth to your breathing. Add movement to your body again. Your head and neck, jaw, arms and legs. And then rolling off to one side, make your way up to sit. Bringing your palms to your chest, a show of formality and respect to yourself, to your body, to your practice, to your well-being. We're gonna inhale here, lengthen our spines, and then as we exhale, bow. And in yoga, we say namaste, and what that means is the inner light, the inner truth, my true self honors that in you. So namaste, thank you for being here.